Hello,
All
once
right.
again, this is Roosevelt Jean-Francois, and today you are here for a treat. I have been looking at
Hi.
your work on Instagram for the last 24 hours, and I'm talking about those mad sketches. And today I'm introducing an illustrator, a creator, an artist, Madonna Thevenin. Madonna, welcome to our conversation.
Hi, Roosevelt. Thank you for having me.
Yes,
Thank you for
Madonna.
your interest, I have to say.
Wow, I've been watching your sketches. They are outstanding, very simple, black and white, and flowers, designing women bodies in
Yeah.
such a way that you convey beauty. What I've seen beauty. So, first of all, how did you start with that endeavor?
Um, that's a very difficult question because people like having this straight answer where I said I started. I actually don't know
Mm,
when it really started. It's just I remember last year talking about the need to feel to become more creative because creativity, I believe, is like a muscle. Anyone can be creative as long as you have to practice it. As long as you go at it, you have to. It's like exercising. The more you do it, the better you get. So for me, it was just an idea to add more to my I don't know, to add more to my hobbies because it
mhm,
is actually just a hobby for me. So I took it on. I bought myself a sketchbook,
mhm,
and I just started with that by doing challenges, like 30-day challenges online where
mhm.
they different creators give you prompts on what to draw every day or every other day, whatever it is. So when I started keeping at it, it just kind of evolved into having more of a niche, which is botanicals, I guess, and
Mhm.
that's where I see myself at right now. Although I the more I do them, the more I want to try doing other things. It's just
Mhm.
not um it's just not me keeping myself in that one bubble. You know what I
I
mean?
can understand that.
Yeah.
When you say you don't know exactly when you started, I guess maybe you were at school and while the professor
Yeah, I actually
was
do that. I doodle a lot on notes.
you got plenty
I'm
of
not a note taker.
copybooks.
Yeah, if I'm here and I have to and I have to take notes, I will not be taking notes. I will do
Maybe I'm
um
talking to you right now. Instead of taking notes, you are designing.
exactly, yeah.
And
Instead of taking
this
notes,
is exactly what we do. So
doodling.
that means my
Exactly.
notebooks, sometimes I remember more when I jot down. And now I understand, hey, I have been sketching
Yeah, exactly.
by seeing exactly what you have been doing.
Exactly.
So I'm pretty
So
sure all your notebooks, you have plenty of notebooks that you have.
have these notepads around the office
Mhm.
that you could see some doodles on there that practically mean nothing, but it's just ink on paper.
Okay, now let's go back to the basics. Let's start with where you start. I know your name is Madonna, and I also understand you have sketches. Why you
Yeah.
have those mad sketches? What they are mad?
But mad is this term that people use when you're doing something like a lot. Like if you talk to your
Like
children,
March
like
Madness.
exactly, like it's a lot. Like I'm doing mad work right now. Like, so I'm doing a lot of work. But I actually, it's kind of a word play
Mm-hmm.
because of my name,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't find the perfect name on Instagram because they were all taken. So I
Oh,
was left, yeah, I was left with Mad Sketches underscore,
that is
which
a beautiful, that's a beautiful name. I like the way you put your IG or your ad at Mad Sketches and underscore. So this is a brand right there. But you got
yeah.
such a beautiful name as well, Madonna. What does it mean? Who gave it to you, by the way? What is the
That's
story of
also
your name?
that's a weird story because I keep asking my parents. I used to ask them. I don't ask them anymore. I used to ask them, am I named after Madonna, the singer? And
Uh-huh.
they insisted that they did not name me after Madonna at
Mm,
all. But I think they did. My
mm.
dad keeps saying that it was just she was just putting syllables together and it ended up being
That's very easy.
yeah, yeah,
And by
very
putting those Madonna and that
yeah.
became you.
I just said
But
people
you
can't.
yourself, you know there is someone else who used to
I
sing.
yeah, I know they were influenced by it. It's impossible. I was born
Yeah.
in '89. That was prime Madonna time.
So Madonna, tell us about you. Where did you go to school? So
Well,
I know now you are in Port-au-Prince. We go
I live
back
in
to
Haiti.
your roots. You were
Yes,
born right here in
I
Port-au-Prince,
was
right?
born in Haiti. I had my high school here in Haiti at Union School,
Mm-hmm.
and I went to study in the Dominican Republic. So I lived there for about 4 to 5 years,
Mm-hmm. What
and
did
I
you study?
business administration.
That
But
is that is
yeah,
why not only you are illustrating, you are making your sketches, but also you are creating your store online, and people can go to Etsy and
the
make their
actual
orders, right?
the store online is an afterthought for me
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like a lot of people these days when they see your work, they appreciate it, they love it, and they're like, "Are you selling it?" But
Mm-hmm.
then you need to have that platform for them to go to
Mm-hmm.
because not a lot of people are comfortable just asking you for a print, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Not they just want to go see a store. For
Mm-hmm.
even my brother, like he's like, "Can I see your store?" And I'm like, "You're talking to me right now.
All right.
Why
Oh, my
why
friend
can't
Paolo, right?
yes,
How is
exactly.
he doing?
He's doing great. He lives in Boston.
Okay. I hope he will watch this video.
I hope I hope so too.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So, what I am talking today with Madonna Thevenin, and we're talking about her work, and what she does is illustration, and she called them mad sketches. So, those are sketches on piece of paper. Tell us exactly your style. What are the tools that you use? Do you
Okay.
use do you
So
use
I have a pencil, like I told you, like I bought myself a sketchbook. I
mhm,
have it somewhere, but it was just pen and pencil, and then I kind of like experimented with different mediums such as like ink,
mhm,
and I also have okay, yeah, you start with pencil, but then I love black and white. So black ink is my favorite if I'm doing something.
mhm,
Even my initial sketches, I will start it with ink.
mhm,
And then and then since I work at a marketing agency in Haiti, so I'm
mhm,
very much influenced by that. I didn't realize that I was, but I was influenced by that, by the fact that everything eventually became digital.
mhm, mhm,
So I draw on a digital tablet also. So the initial sketch would be with ink and paper, and
mhm.
I would scan it and complete it on the computer.
I
But
wanted
I
to make
also
sure after after watching your sketches, I said to myself, I need to make sure I put a black
black and
thing.
look at me with the white t-shirt.
I wanted to make sure. I said, hey, this is a white and black
Yeah,
affair. And I
yeah,
wanted to make sure why white and black. And you
yeah,
said you love it, but I would like to know
exactly.
exactly how you discover those colors.
Yeah. Okay. So I did, like I said, I did experiment with a lot of different mediums. I have a collection of paintbrushes and colored
Wow.
and all of these, and for some reason I always felt like the simple way was calling to me. It may sound weird or cheesy or whatever, but every time I put color on something, I feel like it loses something.
Mm.
Yes, it has more value with the color, but I feel like the black and white has something. It's just the sim this this how simple it looks makes it so beautiful.
So they say black and white are basic colors. So,
Basic colors, yeah.
and I'm watching even the sky is black.
The this I don't know. I don't know. Like every time I look at my work, I say, oh, let me add color, and I add color in. For example, this one, I add color, and I'm like, should I have added color? Because it looks so white.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at I'm looking at your lines. The
Uh-huh.
shapes. They are so, and also I've seen that you got some comments telling you congratulations on your lines. So
Yes,
so
because
that means you have been
it's
working on them,
shocking.
right?
It's shocking to me. Shocking. Because I am very much inspired by a lot of people that I see on Instagram. And
Hmm.
I love line work. Like on Pinterest, on I do follow these kind of boards. So I am influenced by them and I see excellent work. So
Hmm.
when I post something and someone tells me how amazed they are, it blows my mind.
So this is what what
Yeah.
what I call you are recognized by your peers. For example, I've
Okay.
seen a couple of comments from Jane Art, and I've seen her work as well. You got an
Yeah.
illustrator from Canada doing
Yeah.
a lot of portrait, and those people whom you may not know physically, but you are in connection with them through
Yes. Yes.
creation, and that's why
Yes.
you say creativity is more than what it is. And I'm telling my followers today, my conversation, you following Roosevelt conversation, our conversation. My guest today, Madonna Thevenin, and we are sharing her story based on her work, and we're talking about her design, her illustration, and as well her sketches. Usually, I was looking online searching
Yeah.
what does that mean sketching, and I saw sketch mean a rough draft,
So rough draft. Yeah.
and that is that work finished, or is this a rough draft, or do you don't you disagree with that definition?
Um. It will depend on who the person is. Like there are some, like for some others, I got feedback on my work saying, hey, you should add color. For that person, I believe that's a rough draft and it's not
Mm-hmm.
finished. But
Mm-hmm.
for me, that's a final sketch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sketch meaning rough draft. That's not a final work, but I can't add anything else to it.
And here we
Like
have some lipstick,
some. Yes, I felt like she did six. So
I like this.
it's really all like with feelings. Like for example, this one, when I started drawing it, I saw it like it was from a model that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
And initially she should have had clothes on,
Mm-hmm.
but I felt like it would the way I was feeling when I was drawing it, I felt
Mm-hmm.
like she should not be
Mm-hmm.
dressed.
Yes,
I
and
was
I
like,
also
oh, let
like
me just give her a whole character. so
I
so I
like that
just gave her
comment
a
from
whole
this guy said, "Hey, she deserves to be
a trio.
trained."
No, she
Yes, and you said you are very lucky because her armpit is.
yeah, her
So that
shape.
means I like
No.
the way you interact with your followers. That means you.
Okay.
Why is that? Because you could have just you produce, you create your work, and and now you let everybody say whatever they want to, but you're very active reacting on your work.
Oh, because I'm very easily flattered because it's like I said, it's very shocking to me that people think it's great, and I always feel very grateful that someone took the time to look what at what I'm doing, because initially I didn't start it for people to see anything. It's just that I have my own personal Instagram, for example,
Hmm.
and I did not want to bombard the people that were following me, for whatever reason they were following me, with sketches, because I felt like it needed to be on a different space, on
On
itself,
a
like
different platform, yeah. Hmm.
exactly like a digital sketchbook. So it started as a digital sketchbook,
Hmm.
and then I just started finishing, actually putting finished work on it, not just having fun. So that's how it started, and it always shocks me that I even gained followers on it.
As soon as you start creating, you only know when and where you start, and the end can be toward infinite. You don't know where,
Exactly.
and
Yeah,
that's
I
what
don't.
it is. That means when we look at Picasso's sketches today, they are beyond $1 billion. And
Exactly.
it might be on a napkin, it might be on a piece of paper, it might be wherever. So that's why when I saw your work, I said, let me make sure I am among those who share your
Oh,
story with
thank
the
you so
world.
much.
Among the very first one to make sure I do that.
All
And
right.
one thing you do as well is that when you are creating, I see you listen to music. There is a vibe
Yeah.
behind
Yeah.
behind behind the pencil, and I would like to share with our friends right here one of those moments where, at the moment
Okay.
you are creating and also you are listening to music, and I see the pencil or the rapidograph moving,
Yeah. Yeah.
grooving with your music as well. Once again, you're following Roosevelt Jean-Francois on this show, and my guest today, creator, artist, my friend, Madonna Thevenin. We're talking about her work, her sketches. Let's make sure we take what we Madonna's pause while we are listening and watching her work.
Uh, you have the sound.
I do. Isn't that amazing? I'm
Uh,
trying to find the sound, but while I'm looking for the sound, do you, how do you match your music and your work?
I don't know. A lot of times when I create, it's at night, and I love listening to music when I'm on the computer. I mean, I love listening to music, period.
Hmm.
So, and I don't know, I don't remember what song was behind this one. Maybe I can look it up.
Yes,
But
let's.
I do get into a mindset, I guess, when
Hmm.
I'm just, because I don't, it's one of my weak points is just that I don't plan. It
Hmm.
just, oh, let me do something, and then I look for it, and I look for what I want to do,
Hmm.
and the music is just there. And I'm not sure what music that was, but a lot of times it's Haitian music.
But it's a good thing for my follower to discover. I invite them to go on your Instagram at mad
Yeah.
sketches underscore, and you will discover music, form, lines, and some colors, because that lady, she has an outstanding lips.
I do have a thing for red lipstick. Let me just tell your followers right now that this is not how I usually look if I know I'm gonna be
Oh,
recorded. I
oh,
love red lipstick. If I
oh,
had
you
known, I
do.
would have worn red lipstick today.
Okay, I thought now people do not put lipstick with mask. As
Oh, if I know I'm not gonna be wearing mask, I will put red lipstick. And if
I
so,
see you got that tagline, mask off, and
yeah,
this is and
yeah,
this is a
perfect.
global Ashtag today. So first of
That's
all, let me tell you, Madonna went to school in Haiti, Union School for high school. Then after you told me you went to the DR in the Dominican
what.
Republic where you studied business
Yes.
administration. What was life for you in the DR? What did you do?
Oh, I love living in the DR. I will
Where
not.
in
It
Santo
was
Domingo and or in
Santo
Santiago?
Domingo. In
Mm-hmm.
Santo Domingo, I lived in Santo Domingo for 4 to 5 years, like I told you, and
Oh.
I learned so much about. I know one of the main topics is the relationship between Haitians and Dominicans,
Mm-hmm.
and there's so much more to it than what the media is portraying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I enjoyed it. There were times it wasn't easy,
Mm-hmm.
but of
Welcome to
course,
life.
yeah, of course, life is not easy. You're not not everyone's gonna love you. You're not gonna feel welcome all the time, but you're gonna find some a group of people who will embrace you for who you are, and there's exchange of cultures. You even meet people who are dying to come to Haiti and
So
visit it.
you discover first the language Spanish. How was it?
First language,
Hablas español. Ahora
yes,
sí.
sí, sí, hablo
Sí. Ah, es un placer de escuchar eso.
no,
Y
no
como
hablo mucho.
no.
¿Ah?
First the language, second the
The
music.
language? No, I have to say the music. I always love um Latin music. In fact, one of my favorite artists is Juan Luis Guerra.
Oh, Juan
So
Luis Guerra. Uh-huh.
yes, love.
Mm-hmm.
I've listened to him since I was a kid. So when I went to the DR, the music bachata is just it's familiar and
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Yeah. So the music was first, and then came the language, and then the overall the people
Mm-hmm.
there, how
So
they live.
that gives you an opportunity to do your own experience with the Dominicans beyond what you have heard on
Yeah.
or what history or some media have reported what which was history. That means the Dominican Republic always there is a foe with Haiti or la isla al revés, como se dice, or there is always when they see Dominican ladies they are portrayed like this. When they see Haitian men they see
Yeah.
the sugar cane or the construction worker. Do you that gave you an opportunity to learn both society at another level, may I say
At
so?
another level, yes. And of course, I think there was a new pride at saying I was Haitian over there, because I have to say a lot of Dominicans um are not introduced to Haitians are that travel, that
Mm-hmm.
go to the same school as them,
Mm-hmm.
or speak different languages.
Yeah,
So
so that
they're
means
quite
their level
surprised
of
that yeah,
understanding.
they're quite surprised that there can be another layer
Mm-hmm.
to who a Haitian person is,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot
Mm-hmm.
of them are only they only see Haitians as one type of person,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm. This is
So this
exactly
is
what they see in the streets.
exactly what
So
they see
that
in the
means
so
if they are on the streets all the time and
they're
they meet
yeah,
people on the streets all the time, their level of understanding is at the street level. Now,
exactly.
if they can go to a museum or they can go to a library, they can step up their own game. Now they will see
So
another
yeah,
layer of the
uh,
Haitian strata. And
yeah.
this is
So
exactly
like
the same thing for
mhm, for
any agglomeration. So that means we see people through a prism, through a mirror,
exactly.
and that mirror we carry it and we're looking at ourselves. So after
Yes.
the DR, I understand what went through your mind in terms of who Madonna could become after you done studying.
Okay. When I came back to Haiti, I did not know. I did not know, to be honest. Like, you finish studying, but to To be honest, I feel like everyone can relate. Like after studying, there's a big unknown. So I'm not sure how people can relate to that. Roosevelt, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure people can relate to that because
Yes,
when you
that is
study,
exactly what happened
you
to me
don't know.
after high school or after
Yeah,
my college. I didn't know exactly
yeah. So
how I will.
I remember when I came back and I was looking. We were looking for work, and my sister came back before me. But I remember when I came back, I was looking for work, and I was saying, and I was asking God, everyone, like I'm like, I want to be working in a creative field. I don't want to have a mundane job, you know? So I
That
did get that.
means
Yeah.
you put your pin strip and then your blouse, your high
Yeah,
heels, and you go
exactly.
8 to 5
Exactly.
or 8 to 4 in Haiti,
Exactly.
and
That scares me. I'm like, is that it? Because I don't want I don't want it to be it. So I did get my wish. I like I said, I work at a marketing agency.
which one?
My public gestion.
Oh, okay, with the Bayard. The
Exactly.
oldest one, yes.
Yes.
I
So
was wondering how they are doing. I'm so glad to
they're
hear
doing
that you are
great.
with them.
They're doing great. So
Oh,
I
with Michelle
have
Bayard.
exactly. So I love it. I
Okay.
work mostly
Say
for
hi to them. I used to
oh,
work with them as well. As a journalist, my radio station used to work with them.
really?
So
Okay.
that's all because they used to be the number one agency in Haiti. And I
They
was
are.
wondering,
They are.
oh,
They
they are
are the
still.
one to see.
Oh, okay. I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah.
And those are
So
people, very professional people that I've known for
very
years.
professional. I enjoy working there, and I felt like creatively I grew there. I've been working there for I think 2 years.
Okay.
So before that, I worked in some other places, but this is where I spend the most time, and
Hmm.
I felt like creatively that's where a lot of my growth comes from. Like
What do you do? What do you specifically do
I
there?
I manage the social media pages,
Okay.
meaning for the clients that have their Facebook page, their Instagram page. I am in charge
Okay.
of their page.
You make sure the analytics and their
Exactly. Yeah.
numbers are
Their
growing and
numbers
so forth.
are
That should be
great.
fun. Though
It is
you are on your cell phone almost all the time.
all the time. That's why I told you it would be much better. That's why I keep looking away also because I'm currently working because of COVID-19. We're all at home.
So you have been
So
working from home for some time. So
for
that
some
means
time,
now this is COVID-19 finding you and not you finding
exactly.
COVID-19.
Exactly. So
I've my Madonna Thevenin is also someone who is very creative with your own body. Look at your hair. I,
I
this
yeah.
is I really like the way you have your turban. How do you come with that?
I don't know. I think it's just part of I have a whole collection of head wraps
Okay,
and
that goes
um
with your mask. Oh,
I wish I feel like it's something that is coming up right now. Like it's becoming more common to have your mask matching, but
yes.
right now I don't have that yet, but I will be on the lookout for a mask that matches my head wrap.
Yes, now a yellow one could go
Yes.
well. A white one, which is very popular, could go well. But
Exactly.
also you play with trees. You take those trees outside, you put them
Oh my
inside,
God. You
and
saw that last picture for my new thing. I don't know. I think it also comes from the drawing.
mm,
So when you are sketching something, you have to know what it is.
mm-hmm,
So you can't just draw any plant and say, let's
mm-hmm,
say it's what plant? It's a lily. You
mm-hmm,
have to know the anatomy of the lily in order to draw it
mm-hmm,
correctly.
mm-hmm,
So when you research all these plants and flowers and all these things,
mm-hmm.
it you are bound to. become interested in gardening,
Mm-hmm.
for example, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I think that's what happened,
Mm-hmm.
because I suddenly have this love for actual real plants, not just black and white, black and white ones.
Those are real plants.
So
This is
yeah,
the way you
so
work. Look at you in your office.
that is my office when my back hurts from the chair.
Ah, that's
So my
wonderful.
office right now, while I'm at home, I am trying to build it up to a little jungle of
Mm-hmm.
indoor plants, little by little.
A little jungle, little by little. And now I've discovered new things that you are doing. What is this?
Yeah, this is my practice with Photoshop. Usually I
Okay.
don't use it to sketch, but like I said, I don't want to um I don't want to limit myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say because I started sketching in black and white
Mm-hmm.
that I should just stay there, because if I feel the need to do something or to
Mm-hmm.
take a Photoshop class online, I will do that and see how I feel about it.
You
Now,
don't
if
want
I'm not
to be known as the white and black lady.
exactly, I
You
don't want
want to be
yeah,
the creative lady. That's
yeah,
all.
I want to feel
Diverse
creative,
in your
diverse.
creativity.
I don't want to say I'm only good with a digital tablet drawing, but if I need some creative graphic design, I can do that too, because I feel like you can learn anything you want to learn because the resources are there online. If you want to learn how to do something, there's actually nothing stopping you if you have a computer and an internet connection.
Wonderful.
So that's what I do. So if I have on my, yes, I have a lot of lounging time where I'm not doing anything, but a lot of times where I feel the need to, if I see something online and I'm really interested in knowing how that person did it, I will try it. And I had to overcome a lot of mental like blockage for me to get to that level, because I feel like sometimes people see things and they're convinced they can do it, or even if they try and they fail, I have to learn that even if I fail at it, nothing's gonna happen if you fail, you know what I mean?
I do.
So you have to, I had to like get that out of my mind that okay, if you fail and you don't do it right, there's absolutely no punishment that's gonna come to that.
Wow.
You just have
So
to, yeah.
how do you set your mindset? How do you
Mhm.
set your mindset when you fail and then you can be back up as you said you do in multiple
Oh,
times?
because at least you tried, you know. And as I feel a lot of times when you try something, you learn other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like as I'm getting more acquainted to let's say the computer programs that I use,
Mm-hmm.
you the more you try things, the more you learn about the program that you're using. You can't lose.
So
So
the only thing is that even if you're trying something new and then it does not work, but
it
you
does not,
gain.
I gained something because now I
Mm.
know like what does this button do,
And
and
sometimes
I'm like, oh my
discovering new
god,
things
yeah,
can
you
be very
discovered so
painful.
many, yeah, exactly, and it's so beautiful. So you learn so much by just trying, and then you create you find out what you actually really like to do. You create your own style. So, like the other images you saw that I used the flowers and the photographs, these are photographs of my extremely beautiful cousins.
Mm,
So, I talk to them on a daily basis, and they are really extremely supportive.
mm.
So, when I want to try something, I use them to the max. So, I thought they were perfect models.
So
So
you use
I
them, you do not abuse them.
exactly.
Yeah.
So they I use them and I'm putting stuff together here and there, and it ended up giving me that. And it became a beautiful series that I'm actually really proud of.
look at all the reviews you have here. You got
Yeah,
everybody
this
loves
is
it.
yeah, this is
Uh,
actually
if-
from my main page, and I've gotten a lot of people also text me to find out how they can get theirs, and I
mhm.
was like I said, I I'm like wow, I didn't but yeah, but I I'm very happy that I got there because I wasn't always like that. I always felt creative, but I always stopped myself because I never felt like I could do that. But
Mhm.
it, trying doesn't hurt.
Trying doesn't hurt. And yesterday I heard someone said, if you don't try something, if you try, trying is painful. Sometimes if there is no pain, there is no gain. And if
Exactly.
if there is pain, there should be gain. If there is no gain, it could be shame. It could be a shame because you if you don't take advantage of what you are learning. Now
Yeah.
you have been happy with your work. You have been successful putting your own self. What did you have a moment of doubt of of what your journey could be
Um,
prior finding this path that you are on now?
if I had a moment of doubt, yeah, you always I always felt like someone who did not have anything extra. I'm just myself. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you know me, I would talk to you and I would always say like I have nothing extra. Like I have no musical talent or anything like that. And I meet people who know how to play an instrument, for example. And I think that's amazing. But I did not have that added extraness to
Mm-hmm.
my personality. I don't know if anyone sees me differently, but that's how I saw myself.
Mm-hmm.
And um
And
but I
that is
always
a certain limited belief to yourself because
yeah,
you see what you don't have. Now
exactly.
you're also discovering what you have, and you are
Yeah,
winning with
that's
what you
funny.
have, not
Yeah,
with what you don't have.
exactly.
That's what I discover in what you are telling me.
Yeah. So I always felt like I could be creative in different ways. I would
Mm-hmm.
know. But then I didn't know that I could create also. And that's where it changed for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I can create, but I just have to learn how to put my thoughts on uh the medium that I want to use or the computer or on paper.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still learning. I'm still on that journey.
No, I think this is just the beginning. When I'm looking at your sketches, and as well when I'm looking at the new things that you are doing, and what I like is the simplicity of your work.
Thank you.
And part of the simplicity is your ability to see something in nothing, the very same way Leonardo da Vinci said, you know what, I see that piece of marble, I think, and then I carve it, and then David got out of it. And look at the
Yeah.
simple bottle. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes. I love it. I didn't even I that's actually a rough draft, and I was not going to add anything else to it because it's just pretty how it is, I think.
Yes, it's. And I remember when I was in my class, my design class, when I was in primary courses, designing a bottle was a hard chore for me. And you look at that, and I'm pretty sure
Look,
with a simple moment, you do that. Yeah.
yeah, this was I see 15 weeks ago. Now, if I draw it, I'm sure I can do a much better job.
No, you will do another one. You will do
Yeah,
another one.
yeah,
Look at those pistachios.
yeah. Thank
Look at
you.
them. They, is it this beautiful? That's
Thank,
outstanding. Look at the
thank.
way you play with black and white, filling those spaces.
Yeah. Yeah. That was actually practice for a deaf.
Mm, look at this form
Yeah.
and nice glutes out there.
I love I love feminine bodies
Yes, I can see that, and it seems to me that the way and they come in different shapes
and
and
sizes and
it's
everything. Yeah.
we have some colors in the back and in the background here. Why?
I have no idea. I think the color part comes as experiment sometimes
Mm,
because the final drawing that I have is not in color.
mm,
But for Instagram, something when I'm posting it, you'll see that I'll post both the color and the black and white.
yeah. And look
And I
at what Nashid Chroma, one of your followers. I'm not sure what those flowers are, but I adore these. And this is same thing with music. Sometimes we don't need to understand the words, but
yeah,
you feel the feeling in it, right?
yeah.
So anyway, let me conclude this with our conversation. You're following Roosevelt conversation, and I'm speaking with Madonna Thevenin right now, and we had a good conversation regarding your art, your work, and what you do. And I wish you every success in your new duties and responsibilities.
Thank you. It was very fun. It was very fun.
You liked it?
Yeah, I liked it. I
Yes.
never had a conversation
Oh
that
yeah,
long
and
about
keep it, keep going and keep doing what you're doing. You are
thank you.
amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much for following me in my journey.
You deserve it. You take care. Bye bye.
Thank